understand that in spiritual things, there is nothing called inanimate. In spiritual things, there is nothing called inanimate.
Let me see where you're going with this. Before I come in with any question.
All right. There is nothing called inanimate.
Okay.
Now, when we talk about animation, animation must be well understood. Anything that is animated simply means that there is a force within that thing to make it express abilities of locomotion, movements, to make it express the ability of growth, to make it express the impulse abilities of life. So this chair, to the spiritual man, is not something lifeless. It has an expressible life nature within it. Usually, we seem to approach non-living things in our minds as things that are inanimate, but they are totally different. That a thing is non-living, we are speaking of what has been separated from its source. For instance, a tree is a living thing, true or false?
True, Papa.
Good. But then when you cut the branch of the tree, then it becomes a non-living thing.
Yes, that's
because it is dead from its source of life.
So isolated from the source.
From the source.
It is dead.
It is dead.
Okay.
Now, that is true, making it non-living. But it does not mean it has lost its animated properties.
Okay.
This phone is non-living. However, it can be animated. The moment the ringing tone begins to ring, and I put it on, how do you call it? The vibration.
Yes.
Now, that vibration will now begin to move this phone,
Okay.
and this phone, though non-living, will begin to be animated.
Okay.
So the ability to move, the ability to locomote, the ability to change and shift spatial dimensions is the proof of animation.
Okay.
So in information technology, there is a whole field of animation as a course. When you look at how cartoons are worked on, they are actually pictures that are made to be animated.
So you call them motion pictures.
Motion pictures. Now, because we are looking at movements, having that understanding, we want to look at when things around us begin to be animated. Marks of divine presence.
Okay.
Never be shocked. Don't scream. It is the usual thing with us. You might be in a room and all of a sudden a pen will begin to move. Not at the action of any wind. A spoon begins to move. You are in a room and then all of a sudden a shirt begins to fly.
It's not Harry Potter.
No, it's not Harry Potter.
I see.
You are in a room and all of a sudden the bulb light begins to flicker. You are in a space. All of a sudden, you are not going mad. Don't think so. You see shoes moving and shifting spatial placements. My friend, divine presence.
So it's actually possible, from picking it from where you you started off, in the natural sense of things,
Yes.
when there's an isolation from a life source, that is,
Of course, then there would be, it becomes non-living.
It becomes non-living. Now,
When non-living things
yes,
begin to show the property of animations, yes,
then there's a divine
there's a
presence.
divine presence.
No two ways about it.
Don't think twice.
Okay.
It's a divine presence. Unless it has been so structured naturally to behave like that.
Behave like that.
So, assuming this my phone begins to talk to me, yet there is no call coming. Anything that beats that natural ability of the phone, I actually can hear your voice, clean and clear, and yet there is no call that came through. No one picked it. Instantly, the phone begins to talk to me. It connects to somebody without the person's phone line. So I'm here. Fifi, you are in Accra. All that you are saying in Accra, my phone picks you. And now my phone now makes you audible. Yet there is no call.
There was not a natural initiation to give that connection. Just on the random, the phone is giving you that kind of information. Then you know that there's a divine presence.
Divine presence. A phone must be placed in charge before it begins to charge.
Okay.
As you watch the phone, instantly, without a cord, with nothing connected to it, the phone begins to charge by itself. It is a mark of divine presence.
Not to say something, I've seen that with you a number of occasions.
I'm speaking, the things that I am saying, none of them are things that I have not experienced.
Okay.
But you shouldn't come preaching to people. I don't like that. I don't like the experiences. People begin to see you some way. We are learning the word of God. I'm not talking outside of experience.
Okay.
Whatever I am saying are things that I have experienced. But there's no need to say, and it happened here and it happened there. No. So we just want to learn so that we too can now know the marks of divine presence that happens around us and how to harness that opportunity that God gives us.
Okay.
He said, come boldly. You see, so anytime you see these things, it means stop what you are doing and give attention.
Because it is a time of need.
Good.
Heaven has let down a chain.
Good.
You need to hold on to it and
Good.
take advantage of all what it is in that moment.